Welcome to another Zed Magic YouTube video, live on YouTube, recorded on Twitch, back with another 5-0 masterpiece, but this is not a 5-0 masterpiece, it's actually an 8-0 masterpiece from the Modern Premiere event over the weekend. Let's get into the action. We're playing some Esper spells with Monastery Mentor and a lot of 1 mana and 0 mana type things to do, and Teferi because the card's insane. You're able to bounce your own Snapcasters, and then you have Jace to be able to flashback spells as well, so using your graveyard to immense effect with Unearth. You have the surgicals, you have all the ones, and you have a nice sideboard against the graveyard-centric decks, and a number of other decks as well with Magnarset. Let's see how it goes. I haven't seen much gameplay of this deck, and I am really excited to try it out. Let's get into match number 1. Hey, what's up, Alexis? How you doing, buddy? What a shame. What's a shame? Yeah, that would be great, Max. That would be good advice. Same, not me. But I also have the $60 plan, a 900 ticket limit or something. I actually don't know what my limit is. $780 tickets. Is this Stannerson's list? It is... Yes, Stannerson's list. Me take Jailer and Hollow? Phoenix, anyone? I don't know. I don't know about that. I'm just going to keep up the Spell Pierce here. Currently, you used a nice negative 5,000 mana hours this month. Yeah, I always get a credit, even though I've been streaming a decent amount now. We got Eldrazi-tron, eh? Do they have a promo for each of them? Yeah, they do, don't they? They have triple mine. White source. Easy. Easy peasy. Never didn't have it. Right on me. I have forgotten to return a deck recently, and it did hurt me a little bit, but really not too much. Oh, nice. Never didn't have it again. This deck is perfect, everyone. I know, exactly, Max. I also agree with you. Chalice? Alright. I could just, like, surgical the matter reshaper, since it's super annoying. Nah. I think I'm gonna surgical and then spell pierce my surgical next turn to apply some more extra pressure. You don't agree with that play? There's no relevant hits for... Oh, you're talking about the... Chalice of the Void? Since they have all Thus in hand? I can get behind that. I guess the Chalice isn't actually relevant at this point. I can get behind that though. Because it's more relevant that all is dust is what's relevant. So having a counter for the all is dust is probably more important. I think this is a good play. But we could have gotten this play with the Chalice on one anyway. And then Karn the Great Creator comes down too. Yeah, hitting Karn's been more important too. Because now Karn comes down. Shows that they're a good Tron player or not. Yeah, they will. They didn't even take the Reshapers. I had to draw a spell, and then they're dead. Probably should have taken the Reshapers. We worked pretty hard here. Does it matter? Are we gonna still lose? Oh no. They are gonna be all us now. Yeah, this is where we should have kept. This is where we should have let the Chalice resolve, and then we would be okay here. Punished. Punished for letting for not letting Chalice resolve. Where were you last turn? GG's. At that point, we didn't. At that juncture, we didn't really know about the Spell Pierce, though, because we didn't apply that much pressure on me. I think it would have been. We couldn't. Like, the Pierce was irrelevant with the Chalice on one. So I don't think that's a great. Oh, you're talking about, like, if I hadn't pushed damage, though? But then my opponent would be at so much more life. I don't know. I definitely agree with the. I don't think we should have forced negation, but Spell Pierce is pretty irrelevant a lot of that times against there. But I guess they could have just gotten that 2 natural 7 mana. The problem is if we're gonna counter the Chalice with the force of negation, we have to keep the Spell Pierce. So I like just letting the Chalice go, and then you just use the ones as pump spells. Yeah, exactly, Lexus. You can target Reality Smasher with Fatal Push, correct? Yes, you can. It doesn't do anything. Yeah, it wasn't totally irrelevant, right? I just wanted to push damage, not me. And had I drawn a single spell over 2 turns, I wouldn't have been punished. So I'm not entirely convinced that I played. I didn't play correctly, but. You can fatal push anything, Max, but it has but it will destroy if whatever. The destroy clause checks after. Yeah, the text is very small. I agree, Alexis. Give me a break today, guys. I'm just slamming and jamming. Oh, we should have taken surgical out. We should have taken surgical out and brought in Stony Sounds. Whoops-a-daisies. Bummer. Just had two. I mean, couldn't surgical the other one because of the force negation exiling. Ooh, there we go. Amaze? What's this surgical going to do? Nothing, right? Well, now really nothing. We do it on our turn or their turn? I think their turn. I wanted to counter it anyway. Could just cycle this. Hey, how you doing, Boot? Nice to see you, bud. Let's draw with Jace first. Look at all these prowess triggers. Yeah, maybe we should have sacked those to get rid of the prowess triggers. Like, cycling... Is a prowess trigger or it's a cycle? I kind of like cycling, though. To try to find a Snapcaster. But other than a Snapcaster, what else would we really finding? Oh, a Teferi is insane. So, yeah, so the cycling is good to try to find Teferi. Because if we find Teferi, we are able to bounce the Chalice to the Void and start turning on our ones again. And Teferi is also just very good against their deck in general. Yeah, Eldrazi Tron, where Chalice on 1 is very relevant play, and Chalice on 1 is very good against their deck. Which is why we could have held the Force Negation as well, not fought over the lands. It has a good Hojak matchup, Boot. Because Chalice on 1 turns off a lot of their deck, and then they have Black Leyline. So now they have 2 Chalices, so then Teferi's not going to matter now. Yeah, Chalice on 1's like really good in the meta. Yeah, I definitely down tick and just get some prowess triggers. I mean, that's 10 damage. They're just dead. Unless they have All's Dust, exactly. Does this kill... This cast All's Dust, right? So they have to get exactly All's Dust here. Yep. Makes sense. I misplayed game 1. GG's, OP. Misplayed game 1, so they could have All's Dust us. They All's Dusted us both games. That's their best interaction. The Chalice on 1 did not matter. The All's Dust did. We easily beat a Chalice on 1 there. We have no game for the rest of the game. We're dead then. Let's play a little bit slower and not get as aggressive with our prowess triggers as we did game one. Esper Shadow's really good right now. This has a lot of the same shell, just has a different threat base. Hey, what's up, Thief? How you doing, bud? They're both very good, though, I think. Then they kind of attacked that from the same angle. This is gonna be tough. I need to find a push, like now. Doesn't really accomplish what I wanted to do. Push? This Karn's gonna destroy me here. It's nice to see a Thief. Hope you're doing well. All three unearths is not good here. Well, I want to be able to path like irrelevant creatures, so. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. If I path, that means 1, 2, 3, wait, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Whoa. What? Hello? Interesting. Think it's just Karning? I mean, you don't need to. When is the BNR announcement this Monday? Or it's next Monday, July 8th. It is July 8th, around, was it usually around like 10 Pacific? They don't really. They've shown that they really don't care about vintage. Not me. Not to break your heart or anything. Oh, what? Okay. Ban WotC from constructed. Sure, that will work. Oh, War of the Spark. War of the Spark is fine, everyone. They're fun cards. War of the Spark has cool, innovative, fun cards. Fun Omega Hole. Isn't Karn just a fun card? Isn't Narset just a fun card? Teferi such a fun card? I know. Historic is That was my biggest disappointment of the announcement, honestly. Is the historic announcement. I'm really sad about that. They had so much potential. They could have just made money. I guess they didn't want to focus on that. Now they're turning historic into what Hearthstone has, which is like with extended, which is an irrelevant format that people just dust their rares. But except in Arena, you can't dust your rares. So, GG's, I guess. It sucks. It makes me so angry. Yeah, exactly, Max. That would have been so much fun. They don't even have Smuggler's Copter in the format, though, Max. Yeah, that makes sense. Historic is a magic format, Paladin, that starts this fall and is all sets that are on Arena. So it yearly preferred wild. That's what it's called in Hearthstone. I mean, people just don't like wild for the most part. Oh, they're playing the Niv Mizzet deck. Niv Mizzet deck is really cool. They got Hostage Taker and Manamorphose. The first set that is available right now is Ixalan? I don't know what the oldest one technically is. It's the 4 sets that are going to rotate out of standard. Ixalan, Rivals Ixalan, Dominaria, and Corset. So unfortunately, they're not predating to Kaladesh, which is unfortunate. I don't know why they didn't make that decision. Like, Kaladesh is on there already. They're like, nah. Don't need that. Cool cards. Could have gotten the surgical here. They're going to be able to get my Snapcast Surge is annoying. No, Kaladesh would be fine if they just banned a few cards. Yeah, if it was Kaladesh on, that would be a cool format of Paladin. I would agree. You don't need that many bans to make the format okay. We tested it out. It would be a strong format, but it wouldn't be overly strong. And if there's broken things, you just ban them. Banning is not a bad thing. You don't have any bans, IRL? Is Copter not oppressive, Paladin? Really? You don't think like energy or Copter hasn't been a problem? Interesting. Everyone runs X card in every format. I don't understand that comment. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, of course. I agree. Right, exactly. I get you. Are you gonna hostage taker me? We're gonna lose. We're gonna lose to this 5-color Niv Mizzet deck. That format would have push in a braid. Oh, true. Push in a braid keep Smuggler Copter in check. I didn't think about that. Well, my Fairy's got dead now. Marvel's even kept in check because of a braid. Yeah, I think a braid's just like a format all-star, right? So dead. They just have a Niv Mizzet that can cast. Then they bounce my Jace. Jace Prodigy doesn't line up well against Teferi Time Raveler. And then Kaya keeps eating my graveyard. Opponent's playing the 5-color Niv Mizzet deck that 5-0'd. It plays Bring Delight and Niv Mizzet and a bunch of like Teferis and Kayas and stuff. This would be really good in Historic. Yeah, it's gonna be really good. Well, Historic is actually a format, so this is gonna be really good in Historic. But this would also be just very good in a real, if you actually went all the way back to Kaladesh. Historic is a real format. Like, that's actually the name they chose for it. And the Historic is coming in fall 2019. But right now it's just standard. And in the future it'll actually be something, but Kaladesh on Teferi actually isn't too bad because you have so many things to keep it in check. Yeah, that makes sense, Paladin. Yo, thanks so much for the follow, Tay 4KT. Oh, because doesn't Copter help keep that Teferi in check? Wow, this is... Basically, my opponent's playing a 5-color Niv Mizzet Kiki Jiki Bring Delight Masterpiece. And it seems like it matches up pretty well here. Not gonna lie. Imagine Heartakirin with the new Planeswalkers? Yeah, I can. I could imagine it. And that's why I'm so mad. You run Blood Black Walkers? That's awesome. No, I can imagine a lot of cool things. That's what makes me frustrated. I can imagine doing a bunch of cool, fun stuff. And then WotC says no. And I'm like, come on. I only play online. I just want to have some fun. Should I bring in the Unearths? Or should I take out some Unearths? Probably one. Jace seems a little slow in this matchup, but we still need threats, right? And Push isn't as good as Path in this matchup. I think I want to keep it in, though. Could have called it Please Don't Uninstall Arena After Rotation, Daga. It doesn't incentivize any use for the cards, though. GPG dumps on aggro decks, though. Oh, yeah. GPG is sick. I love GPG. All these cool cards. Ripperonis. Poor format that will never be. Ooh, what a good draw. Yeah, GPG is really strong. We're formulating some plans for it. They were too busy updating mode to make a good format. Yep, that's exactly what happened. They're entirely the same department at WotC. How'd you know? So Bring to Light stops to Fairy. But I want to Inquisition this to Fairy out. We really want to try Mono Blue Storm with Ugin. It's pretty cool. Electrocram. It is pretty unnecessary, but it's still cool. Let me enjoy my cards, alright? I want to flip this. Yeah, the fairy means that they can't bring to light, and it's an awesome interaction, Noomfragger. How you doing, Noomfragger? Nice to see you, buddy. Were you streaming earlier today? I think I saw you go live. How was your stream earlier? Yeah, got by it before? Nice. My day's going well. I'm enjoying it. I think I want to do this. So then I can unearth the Monastery Mentor Fatal Push next turn. And then we'll keep them off of things this turn. I think this is what I want to do. And then this serves no use. Because then, like, the unearth on the Monastery Mentor, I could even just play this Mentor first. But I want to get rid of this Birds, too. Ooh, now we get to double push. Yeah, an unearth plus double push is insane now. Because now we get back to Mentor for 1 mana. And then we're able to push the Bird. And then we're able to flash back the push. And push this one. And then me plus the fairy, and then GG's. You ready for the Steel Overseer Saheeli decks in Standard? I think that's going to be a really cool interaction to be able to Saheeli copy your Steel Overseer and then put counters on all of your creatures. I do want to try it in Standard, not me. You say as if it's a joke, but I don't know. I'm totally all about it. Needs Ugin for sure, yeah. Yeah, this deck can get some really cool combinations, Max. It gets some really sweet stuff going. It's a powerful powerful strategy guy right here. People love putting 6-drops in their aggro deck. Yeah, I love 6-drops in my aggro deck. I love putting Ugin in mono red. It's really good in mono red, right? Isn't that like the ideal deck to have it in? So yeah, Sunbird's Invocation is also sweet in mono red, right? Just insane mono red cards. I want to bring it in a second Unearth for something. It's just a Jace. Jace is really slow, but it's really good when it's good. I don't know if that's correct. Yeah, this has 3 in it, Dire Culture, but a lot of lists have 1 Unearth nowadays. This is a triple Earth package deck. If they have a creature, then this hand is kind of punished, but we have a Spell Pierce. Yo, nice, Dagger. That's awesome, buddy. Possibility Storm Teferi last night? Oh my gosh, that's such a cool combination. Electric Cran, hope you're doing well, buddy. Are you excited for the 24-hour Orator Mario Maker stream? I should get my contacts at Wizards. Yeah, I have a lot of pull at Wizards. Yeah, I'll talk to him real quick. Excited for Super Mario Maker 2 in general? Yeah, I mean, Super Mario Maker 2 looks awesome. This is what you call a combo. Discard the hand size for Unearth. Some think of discarding the hand size as a negative. I think of discarding the hand size as a positive, because I get to Unearth. If I draw a land, I get to Unearth Fatal Push next turn. And then I'm winning all the way. Winning. Ah, shoot. Guess we can just kill it. So look at this Spell Pierce. And I have a Fatal Push. How do I beat a Teferi at this point? I just don't, I guess. I guess I could have just unearthed and risked it all. Couldn't beat a Spell Pierce. How much do I think M20 will change Standard? That's a good question. My hope is a lot. Realistically, very little. Man. Not hitting a land there is insane. We have 2 on top, but now we're dead. I mean, You have a lot of powerful like, mechanics. Like, I feel like some cards are going to see him play, but are there any like entire archetypes that are going to pop up because of it? I don't know. I'm not really a big deck construction person, Electric Crown. I'm pretty bad at making my own strategies. Oh, wow. A really bad way to exile graveyards. That's cool. Is there any positive to this card? Huh. It's repeatable. Oh, okay. Oh, Kiki Jiki. That's the huge interaction. Is Utopia Sprawl and Kiki Jiki. Those are the main combos. GG's, OP. You got me. I guess I shouldn't have kept the one-lander on the draw. Hard to pass that one-lander on the draw and then just never draw a land, but it's alright. Playing 19. I think we had some chance in that game. Yeah, Lotus Field is a really cool combination. I think there's a lot of cool cards, and I'm not really big on identifying combinations that are very powerful or that are substantial, and I have been very out of touch with Standard in general. Haven't been really playing the format, so not the greatest person to ask about that sort of stuff. We're 0-2 here now, going into match number 3 here. Let's see what we can get going. I'm grasping the contents of this deck, and I kind of know how the interactions are supposed to work, but maybe I'm just not being greedy enough with my mulligans. I'm keeping too many hands. Seems like a Jun situation all over again. Is this Storm? 3-2 Dreaming coming? Hopefully. I really like the Unearth Faithless Looting decks that are popping up. Those are cool. So I think we're playing against Phoenix. Maybe not. Spell Snare. In 2019? Savage does really poorly against Narset. Yeah, I think it's Blue Moon, Tathril. I agree. Get past here and playing the Cryptic. We also could like Surgical to see what's going on in the hand before we play the Snapcaster, which isn't the worst idea. I doubt they're going to minus this Narset though. I'm gonna do Spell Snare. It's more likely they have an opt, though. They only usually play like 1 to 2 Spell Snares. Well, hitting the Spell Snare was super relevant because of Snapcaster, so Snap Bolt. Okay. Yo, what's up, Zambub? How you doing, bud? Yeah, they're playing Blue Moon. Bolt, Bolt, Snap, Scalding Tarn. This doesn't feel like a good matchup. What are Esper's good matchups? You could have a Bolt. Hey, what's up, Kobe? How you doing, bud? Welcome back to the stream. Again. Nope, think none of those are right. Good try, though. Almost there. You'll get there soon, I believe in you. Close. We could unearth the Jace. Oh, we could unearth the Jace and then Inquisition. And then path whatever they target. I should have Inquisitioned it first then. Kind of committed to this line, but the unearth Snapcaster, unearth the Jace was actually a really sweet line that I should have considered. They're just gonna bolt the Snapcaster in response. Me? Okay. Scalding Tarn, Snapcaster Mage. Let's take this Snapcaster. Yo, Electric Crayon, thanks so much for the tier 1. Really appreciate it. Can we get some emotes and hype in chat for Electric with the tier 1 subscription? Really appreciate it. Thanks so much for supporting the stream. Means a lot. Thanks so much. I really appreciate it. Blood Moon. Okay. We want to have white mana. Do we even have a plains? We do have a plains. I don't think it's too important to have a path here, though. Yo, appreciate it, Electric. That means a lot. Keep this for their Snappy and their Thing in the Ice. Both of those go to the bottom. Unearth the Jace. And I think we actually got a GG's. Didn't look like we were in a great spot in the beginning of this game, but with this well-timed surgical into snap surgical, and then they didn't actually bolt the Snapcaster Mage. Huge downplay, like huge mistake I think there. We're now able to capitalize on that. We're able to discard a useless land here to transfer my Jace. The game is turning around for us, and it's looking pretty solid. We don't have white mana for Monastery Mentor, but that's alright. We don't need it yet. Yeah, for sure, Nami. I think that surgical snap surgical is just a beating right now. In addition, and that's why Chalice of the Void is therefore so good. This is also Narset's also a beating. Resulting Jace, no worries. Oh yeah, probably. Cryptic, huh? Keep that on top. Yes, please. Get rid of your Cryptic. Tick up. Hit your Narset down to 1. Nice Cryptic. They don't have any more bolts. Thingy Eyes is covered and by Fatal Push. Snapcaster is covered by Fatal Push. Jace is pretty good here. Back cancel better than Cryptic. Back cancel is pretty good. For those of you that don't know what Fat Cancel is, it's Archmage's Charm. Oh, there is Fat Cancel. They're playing Fat Cancel. I looked at their deck briefly, but I didn't actually take a picture. It's pretty good Ancestral. It has a really good matchup. Both pre and post board. We've been seeing we lost against 2 random decks already. We lost against like 5-color, Niv Mizzet, and something else. But I think it's really well positioned against the top decks in the metagame. They're literally proving your point. Yeah, that's true. Do they have Cryptic to bounce? I think so. Was this 9? It is. Yeah, Jace is Austin to win by. I was thinking about playing into a Cryptic, but there's no need. Yeah, it's really awesome. Card's really powerful. That's why we're not winning. We have mismatching pushes by accident. No wonder we're not winning. No wonder we're 0-2. We forgot to switch our pushes so that they're matching. It clearly is why we're losing. There are no other factors. I have 0 copies of Fat Cancel. That's also why. That could be why too. This is such a cool combination. Look at this combo. You're able to get back the Unearth to get back the Jace. That's nuts. And then milled him 5. Why wouldn't I discard a Mentor there? Oh, you know, the style on him. I'm styling on my OP, right? Not me. We've won the game. We got a style. Should Fat Cancel be Cankle? There's no K or L. That name doesn't even make any sense, Scorpion. You're adding letters in there. There's no K. There's an L at the end of cancel. Yeah, sure. What are they doing with this? You change the C to a K. Those letters are cousins. I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel comfortable with this. I feel like you're just disrespecting name combinations. I feel dirty. Punished for bad play, I guess. No, we're fine. Oh, well, planes. I would love a planes. Cancel and cankle they work out better when you say it out loud. That is true. That is a good point you got there. They do work better when you say it out loud. Were they ever manned? Mana Leak, punished for not playing another land. Oh my goodness. We're gonna lose now. We're gonna lose because we didn't play our other land, and we should have discarded Mentor. I was trying to style on him. Man, styling went wrong. This is an example of styling went wrong. And we're dead. Jeez. GG's, OP. They drew pretty well. Actually getting punished for trying to style on the opponent. Bummer. Thought we were like pretty good to win that game. Not playing particularly well today. That's all right. We can get rid of Blood Moon. Was really punishing actually. We get rid of Blood Moon with this. Narsa could be good against them as well. We can cast Engineered here. Push is just as good as Path. I was in a pretty good spot, yeah. Just trailing some options. Yeah, I don't know. I've been playing. I'm calling it Fat Cancel for a while though. Scorpion Green, but that no, I do like the options that you're presenting here. Walk away for 2 seconds. Somehow something goes south. I mean, that's just how it's been for me today. I haven't been playing. My brain isn't quite there today. I'm struggling. Some days are just tough, you know, to think it all through. I just don't even know what I want to cut. Spell Pierce isn't that good. Got destroyed by that Mana Leak. This hits Cryptic. I don't need the full discard package, though. Yeah, that card would be too good for Standard. Way too good. It's too efficient and strong. It would be a good way to push a 3-color deck into, like, the 3-color format into having 2-color decks again, though. So, there's some advantages to it. Too good for Standard as a myth. A cancel that can also draw 2 cards that can also steal a 1 CMC. That seems really good. Even with the downside of triple blue. Sounds fat. It does, doesn't it? Not sure. Standard is pretty good right now. That's fair. Standard is pretty pushed right now. Alright, we played around Blood Moon well here. And we have Forced Negation backup, so I think we're in a great spot this game. They can just bolt here, but the alternative was to plus with the fairy, and then my Teferi doesn't die, to just a random bolt. Like, what? They can just go, like... Oh. I mean, I don't get to cast Narset next turn. Do I actually care? I don't think so. I think this hurts them more than me. Narset's really punishing for them. What's up, Ice? How you doing, bud? This opt is useless. I'll do that. For Resolve, Snappy loses a lot of value. Yeah, because you can't get like flashback of Serum Visions or something. You can cast sorceries as long as they had flash. So does that count for your graveyard too, like Serum Visions? I'm pretty sure it does, right? Not like we're doing that this turn. We're also not. We could. Might have magmatic sinkhole, which is definitely a reason to not like keep around the star set too long. It's going well, Ice. Thanks for asking. A bit slow today. I don't know how else to describe it otherwise. Yo, appreciate it, Ice. My game action. I don't know. Not even that. I don't know how to describe it other than that. Like I'm not tired, but like my mind is sluggish. Soul patch. Yeah, you have to have soulful gameplay, you know. Serum Visions is really bad here. You're not wrong, not me. I just don't need the Narset here. They can play Serum Visions to the Scry too. You just go with this deck though. This deck is tough to play, Ice. That is true. Did you also struggle with this deck? I don't know. I feel like I just have too many decisions and too many things that I could be doing. And I feel like I'm just choosing lines that particularly kill me. You never know if like a particular line is the right line until you lose because of it. And then you're like, oh man, that line was terrible. Yeah, I think Esper, like, attrition decks in general are pretty difficult. Esper Death Shadow, this Esper Spells deck, because they're, like, attacking the format from a strange angle that is really, really hard to... Like, even when you feel in a commanding position, like, you just feel like you mess up one thing and then everything goes wrong. And you're like, oh, man, I couldn't... And then you look back and you're like, oh, man, now I could have just done this, this, and this. And I would have been fine. But, like, at the time, it's, like, you just don't see it. Feel like you never have the upper hand? Oh, you never felt like you were in a commanding position? Oh, interesting. It's a different feeling. I felt like I've been in a good spot a few times so far. Yeah, I've been in the commanding position like 3 times and then just made one single mistake and got destroyed. Well, one large mistake and then like a multitude of small mistakes that I haven't noticed. Yeah, I think I'd have to play the deck more to get more comfortable with it. It's definitely not a deck that you just like pick up and you just like it's like, oh, that's how, of course that's how you do it. I think Narset in general, not ticking down is next level. I think it's underrepresented. I think way too many people just tick down Narset right away. They're not blowing any decks out of the water, so they're really punishing to play. Yeah. See, and I like. So I've been playing a lot of blue white lately, and like blue white is really good, and it doesn't blow anybody out of the water, but its average spell like strength is so high. Yo, thanks so much, Electrocran. Really appreciate it, buddy. I hope you have an amazing night. I mean, the average spell in this deck is pretty good. But like blue-white, all the cards do the same thing. You have 3 cards. You have lands, draw spells, and answers. And that's it. That's the entire deck. This is really cool, by the way. This is a really cool interaction. You're actually able to Serum Visions through a Narset. Oh, I'm not going to draw this, am I? I want to draw another land. Could just bounce Snapcaster, keep up. Like, keep up the Snapcaster force. But then I can't Inquisition. I think that's fine, though. I think we're likely to force negation here. Then the following turn, we can Inquisition plus Snap Inquisition. Man, this is such a prison lock. It's crazy. It's crazy how strong these 2 walkers are when they're on the battlefield together. And there's literally no way they can interact with this. This is just a hard counter. This fairy's nuts. And because we have a second Snapcaster, we don't really need to return this one again. We could do Inquisition, Snap Inquisition, and then, like, also Jace. Sure. I think I want to Inquisition first on my turn. Ooh. Before I determine if I want a Jace. That feels bad, man. New Fragger. This card's awful with Teferi and Narset out. I'm going to take their Snapcaster, and then I'm going to... Fatcaster? Lard Mage's Charm? That is a bad one. We're probably taking Sinkhole here. Yep. Desolate Lighthouse is not particularly good against Narset, huh? Not a particularly good card against Narset, eh? If they do it now, they just discard a card. They have to do it on our turn to just loot. Not exactly what you want to be doing. I guess we can finally minus this Narset, although we don't need to. So I'm not going to, I guess. Oh, I should probably loot first on my turn. To get to draw a discard here. And then on draw step, we're going to bully them a little bit more. And we're going to Thoughtseize again. And they can't respond. Now, we could have Snapcastered Inquisition for the first one, but, you know, hey, we're a big bully. Big bully Zed over here. You can't play your deck, but I can. Actually, I think Inquisition is actually pretty good. I don't think we should have taken it out. I think Unearth is not the best. Taking our random Seer Visions as well. That was a nice game. We literally just, like, discarded all over him. Hey, take this. Again, if you're watching on YouTube, thanks so much for watching on YouTube. I am streaming this live on Twitch here. And the recording goes up on YouTube a few days later. Exclamation YouTube, you can go check out the YouTube channel. I just put up a new video right before this stream of red-green prowess, like Dreadhorde Arcanist. It's a really cool deck. Not the best deck, but a really fun deck. Pretty cheap, too, if you want to build that in paper as well. You can also use exclamation mana traders at all times. We're in match number 3 here. Currently going to game 3. But there's lots of cool recorded content over there. Thanks so much for supporting the YouTube channel over there and giving it... and subscribing and liking the videos over there. Been seeing an influx in viewership, and I've been really appreciative of that. Been very encouraging to keep posting those videos. I tried posting videos in the past, and I hadn't really seen any interest, but now there's some, so it's pretty awesome. I'm here together and back home. I love this song. Wonder why they didn't play Seer Visions on turn 1. Oh, they probably had something on top they wanted. What, the struggling to think one? What's the mood of the day? Oh, yeah, yeah. This is pretty chill music, right? They had more Archmage's charms, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Ashiok Snapcaster. Not bad. They have Vendilion clicks now. We could have saved it for the Monastery Mentor, but I wanted to make sure it resolved. So now Snapcasters gets hits by this Fatal Push. We can go get a Plains with this. Ashiok's going to be punishing, though. We use our Graveyard quite a bit. This does get something that that's Revolted, but Revolt doesn't matter here, I don't think. Or it shouldn't. Another Monastery Mentor is an insane draw. I forgot! I forgot Ashiok had another text box! That's my day. That's my day. Oh my gosh. I just forgot Ashiok had a second text box. I just have this in my hand too. I just forgot there's a second relevant ability on that. I always just read the first. It's actually more important than the second. Tough. Tough. Being by onboard tricks, yeah. Because they're on the board. I've been beaten by a lot of onboard tricks today. I think this is honestly the first time my opponent has ever had an Ashiok on the board against me. Since it's sprinting. I know a lot of decks have started playing it, but I haven't seen a lot. You're on board with these tricks? Yeah, I know, right? They're pretty cool. Feels bad, man. I was just thinking, oh, basic planes would be amazing here. Yeah, you're right. It would have been amazing. Bolt. Magmatic Insight. Karanos. Oh, wow. Haven't seen that card in a while. Alright, I want Karanos to hit a land, kind of. If it hits a bolt, or like if it hits a spell, Thing in the ice. What's up, the freaky? How you doing, bud? Let's opt first. We could opt, then spell pierce my opt. Or we could use our push, which then means we wouldn't have a push for the thing in the ice. Let's do opt first and then see what I want to do after this. Keranos is really good. And I don't have any way to answer it. I had 0 answers in my deck. But we should be okay. Oh, this is actually really good. Yeah, we have EE against the indestructible 5-drop. I don't have a sideboard guide for this deck Ancestral, and I don't know where I would find one. I'm not sure if the creator of the deck has a sideboard guide laying around anywhere. This is really good. Them trying to interact was awesome. You can also target and cast a Fatal Push without losing Mentor. Yeah, I could Zamboni Thug, but they revealed a thing in the ice. And that's what I really want to use this on. So yes, I could have done that, but I wanted to save the Fatal Push for the thing in the ice, which is a very problematic card in this situation. GG's, OP. Easy. Easy game. Yeah, I don't know where you would find a good sideboard guide. This guy just popped up. And I don't know if the creator of the deck that went 8-0 with it has the sideboard guide laying around. EZ. EZ. You like that? EZ? But yeah, Fatal Push can target anything that is a creature and only removes it if the second clause is true. If it's less than 2 or if it's less than 4 with the Fatal Push, with the Revolt. Correct, yes. If I hit the unique trigger, which is the one where it makes the token, then all the other ones will auto stack. The creator of this deck, it was Stainsterson. The name's on that website. Oh, you're good, Max. That was a nice friendly reminder. I appreciate that. Give me just 2 minutes, guys. I'll be right back, and then we'll get going with match number 4. Currently 1 and 2. All right, everybody, we are back. Match number 3 here. Oh, sorry, match number 4. Here we go. I think this hand's really close. We are on the draw, and we have Serum Visions and a Scry. Like, Thoughtseize is good, but I think we have to bottom everything except lands. And this is a non-fetch, too, which is good. Could be the Mirror. It also could just be, it also could be Esper Death Shadow. I recognize this name from somewhere. I think this is a 5-0 owner. I definitely recognize the name from somewhere. My opponent said nice start in chat. I want to Inquisition and then just like keep this up here. Uh-oh, this matchup is hard. It's really hard to play. Their Esper Death Shadow, it's just really hard. These Esper Grindy mirrors are tough. Oh, never mind. I don't know why I recognize the name that nice. Interesting. Maybe it wasn't the most frequent ones, or you're just talking about in general. Not at all. Taking Force Negation here. 2 for 1's not great in this matchup, but it can be really important. Okay, so you don't see any of them. You actually can look on MTG Goldfish and they have all the data. You can search by user. It's pretty cool. Maybe. You can never know, Zombub. No, I do it sometimes to get some extra information. Using the internet for extra information? How dare you? Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Ooh, they took our mentor, and now we get to unearth it. GG's. I have to just path here. I was gonna do instant speed, but it's not worth it. Because they had the opt. They could have path. They'd have to find a pact. Oh no, they can't because it's a fairy. 5-0 in January with Blade Black Eldrazi. Oh, yeah. No, I thought it was more recent. I don't know where I recognize the name they've been from. Maybe I don't. Maybe I'm just a crazy person. Well, I am, but you don't have to point it out. Oh, I guess I could have done it in their upkeep and then path would, because they couldn't opt in response because it's a fairy. I always forget that. Of course you did. You have a great memory, guys. Oh, yes. Not me, but not me. Wait, what? Monkus. That was a confusing sentence. They have 2 spells they'll be able to push through for this fairy. The fairy is huge in this matchup, and we just have millions of Snapcaster mages, and we'll be able to go... Like, we're going to block with Snapcaster, and even if they have double spell, like, we can then go, like, Snapcaster, Unearth, Inquisition. Nice, dude. Easy. Take one of my Snapcaster mages. I dare you. I got an Unearth now. You're good rocking with the best. Oh, Jace? Oh. Snap Path Attack. That's actually really good. Opponent's in this game still now. Opponent is still in this game. Land, maybe? I just want to check. Unearth. Ooh, we got a Jace now. Nice. I just want to save the life. I don't really care about the colors. They have the top deck now. Top deck battles. Not sure if they should cycle there. I don't think they should. Well, I mean, they got punished. But I don't think that means that I don't think that it's, like, indicative of, like, should they or not. I just don't think they should in general. Let's place into Snapcaster. Well, we found our own Snapcaster. Don't really any Thoughtseize. I'll take another Jace, though. Let's see, we have just a Snapcaster, Ambush Viper. Play another Jace. We're sitting pretty. We have too many Snapcasters. We only found all of our Snapcasters. How does it feel to be the best? Feels pretty good. Feels pretty good to draw all of my Snapcasters, if that's what your question was. Because it's pretty good. It's a good feeling. Nice rips. Dang. Sometimes I put 4 in to draw on them. That's how I should reply. When it says dang nice rips, I should say, well, when the deck's good, you just draw good cards. Right? Is that how you're supposed to respond? What was my opponent doing there? Huh. I don't know if I'm supposed to do that. I don't think so. Seems fine to just let it happen. Yeah, I was also thinking about that. Drew all my threats. GG's. Opponent says whiff after whiff. Lol. Well, just draw better. All right. I don't know what my opponent wants. Just draw better. Is that a good card? Yeah, it's like my 10th threat. Ice. I only drew like all of my threats that game, and like all my unearths too. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a good card. And I drew my Teferis. Like I drew just draw better forehead. Exactly. I guess you can bring it engineered too. It's like the one way to clean up tokens. I don't really want spell pierces. I need to cut 5 cards now. I think these are really good. Force is actually not that good. It's a 2-for-1, and there aren't that many blue cards, and there aren't that many like instants in sorcery. There's not any things you want to hit other than Narset and Teferi. Hitting these 2 are like the only good hits. Like I guess you could hit a path that's on your Monastery Mentor and you auto win the game. It has a lot of auto win potential, but I actually don't think that trading a 2-for-1 is really what you want to be doing. I think you just want to be trading a lot of 1-for-1s. Although discard package is also just not very good. What about playing Plague Engineer? Well, I mean, Plague Engineer is more narrow than Engineer Explosives. Oh, you're talking about just deck construction? I don't really mess around with deck construction in Ancestral. I just copy deck lists. It's a good question though. I had someone on a YouTube video, I haven't replied to them. I had someone on a YouTube video on the Jund video say, why are there 24 lands instead of 23 if you're playing Red and 6 as a 2 of? I haven't responded yet with, I don't know, 5-0 deck lists. Like, I don't mean to be dismissive, but I really just don't enjoy, and I'm very bad at building deck lists. And I haven't worked on the skill because I don't find it to be fun. So I don't really have any intent on learning how to build decks. I just like to play decks that other people make. I thought that used to be a command. Is it like just like 50? I thought there used to be a command that was like 50 or 5-0. I thought we used to have one. I've got one force, I guess. Inquisitions are really good. I don't know if I'm supposed to cut them in a matchup. I'm supposed to go on the draw, by the way. Oh, they put me on the draw. I can check out later, Ice. But thank you, I appreciate that. I think my opponent's losing because their ops look worse. Opponent's just getting styled all over. Keeping Fatal Push for a Monastery Mentor is good, but they need to turn it on. Okay, Collective Totality is a little risky against Monastery Mentor because they could have Surgical in response. I think we have to take the risk, though. Oh. That's a really good tech. A baby Jace. Hey, what's up, Cairo? How you doing, buddy? Nice to see you. A big baby. Hey, Bad Juju Kid. How you doing? Yeah, Flip Jace was so great. I love Flip Jace. Flip Jace is making a resurgence in a few modern decks right now. Particularly Esper strategies right now with Unearth, which I think is a really cool combination that's actually very powerful. Because you have Snapcaster and you have Snapcaster and Jace Finn's Prodigy with Unearth, so it's really cool combinations. Hey, Maximus Caesar, how you doing, bud? Thanks for the subscription on YouTube. Appreciate it, bud. Yeah, Unearth is amazing, guys. Yeah, that Brad emote. Brad doesn't even stream anymore. He's a dead streamer, right? Let's bully Brad real quick, all right? Totally dead streamer, by the way. Am I still a bully if I specify that I'm being a bully? Man, before fetching, huh? I don't like this song. Let's switch. They could have surgical. And by discarding this first, we are risking surgical on my Monastery Mentor, which is rough. Oh, they have Plague Engineer. Good tech. They have no answers, though. Well, it whiffed, but it also whiffed in a good way, so... So they have to draw an answer to Monastery Mentor still. Like, the Plague Engineer doesn't actually answer this in this matchup because we just have the Collective Brutality here. And I think it is, though. Like, I think it's too narrow, and then my opponent's going to be playing Plague Engineer, and then I'm going to kill them with kill the Plague Engineer with Collective Brutality. So I don't think it's very good. What are they going to name? Human or Monk? So they have to name Human or Monk. It only shrinks one of the two. So if they name Human, it kills Snapcaster, but if they name Monk, yeah, it kills all the tokens. So that's cool. I mean, now I won't be able to have a removal spell for this, maybe. So I do have to fire off the Opt, probably, to try to find a removal spell. Although I don't even have to, necessarily. What do they get with their fetch? Played a Flooded Strand. So that I still know the contents of their hand. Can they name Monka S? I don't believe that's a legal name. That would be a cool name, though, guys. I would prefer if they named Monka S, for sure. I have 2 blue mana. Rickster, and I want to actually get the value off of the Monastery Mentor. I could hit the Deputy and get my Jace that's unlocked, or I could path the Jace here. Make sure they don't flip the Jace. But they don't have any relevant spells right now, but their hand is pretty anemic. So that's pretty cool. We could try to look for a push, but if we try to look for a push, then... so we could have kept the Godless Shrine, so then we could have looked for a push and then also push. We probably should have opted first, but then we couldn't get the Monastery Mentor. So I think I should have kept up the Water Grave and the Godless Shrine. Oh no, I couldn't do that. What if I opt off of... Oh, I should have kept this and this. So then I could have opted off of the Hollowed Fountain and then kept up white/black here. Just dies to the Mentor, though. Oh, their Jace? That's true. But it's going to get 1 loot. I think we'll just get our Jace unlocked here. The 1 loot is really important, though. Getting Rickster, like, it's the actual, like, going up a single card over this one of these fetches, one of these lands, is actually super important. In my opinion. So then I'll have 2 looks instead of 1 look, and 1 look is a lot less. So maybe I just wanted to give my opponent 1 look. Now that's what I was trying to think of. Like, do I want to just give my opponent 1 look instead of 2? It's not a bad idea. Because, like, what if they find what if they find spell off the draw and then spell off the loot, And then they're able to flip the Jace and then mentor triple spell. That's what I'm kind of afraid of. And Jason allows a triple spell here. If they draw land, draw another. If they draw a spell, draw another spell, flip the Jace, then they'll triple spell me after they play the mentor. And with 6 mana, they're going to be able to do a lot with that. Yeah, I don't know. I think I should have actually hit the Jace. Oh. This is kind of the worst case scenario, probably, I think. Oh, that's not that bad. Oh, actually, it is pretty bad. They get back Plague Engineer. This is really good. I guess Unearth is really good when you have Plague Engineer in your yard, too. Yeah, this is the worst case scenario, actually. Yeah. But we have Path, so we're actually probably fine. Because they kill off 2 of my guys. But then I get to go Path. I get to go Path on Engineer, Path on Mentor. Oh, they still have another Jace, though. So this is definitely how we start the turn. So we can unearth our Monastery Mentor and then opt if we want. And Plague Engineer is Path, so it's removed. So they have to find another Plague Engineer. But then we don't remove their Monastery Mentor, and that's kind of a problem. Like, this is more of a problem if they find another Plague Engineer. So the Plague Engineer is good. I think it's just too narrow for Modern, though. Now I have to decide if I'm going to hit a blue, a white, or a black spell. We have more pushes in our deck, and we had something leave the battlefield this turn. So we're going to draw towards push. I don't think Engineer is actually very good in Modern. Name a bunch of decks that Engineer is actually good against. It's only okay against Hojak. I've lost a lot of time with it against Hojak. Nice 3-land draw, yeah. I agree. My opponent says, how much gas can you draw? Question mark, question mark. Opponent is Salt. Shrinking Humans is big. Devoted Druid is a deck. That's 3. Alright, Devoted... They top deck me back. See, I think this card is way better. Whoa, what? Hit that? I don't actually know if that's correct. Every deck is incidental travel even if they don't seem like it. I've played decks with, like, I'm not saying it like I haven't played decks with Plague Engineer on the sideboard. I've played decks with Plague Engineer in the sideboard, and I've never felt like it's strong enough at 3 mana. Like Lingering Souls? I don't think so. I think that the deck is already pushed enough here. We scryed 2 lands to the bottom, so actually fetching with polluted delta is negative. So we shouldn't have played the polluted delta. We should have kept the island in hand. I mean, Plague Engineer is blowing me out here, and like that's GG for them, right? Good job. I still don't think I'm still not convinced that it's good in Modern in your sideboard, because it's good in a particular matchup. Maybe if this deck is really good, and this deck is like a top tier thing, and you know it's a strong metagame call. If every matchup is a good matchup, doesn't that make it a good? Yeah, I don't think that's true. I don't think every matchup is a good matchup. I think it's too slow against humans. I think it's also not the right hate you want against Hojak. I think it lines up really well against Mentor decks. And really well against Elves. I meant to go second, and I messed up. I don't think it's particularly good against Hojak. What the first one doesn't actually kill them. It's the second that's good. If you don't think that Hojak is good against, if you don't think it's good against Hojak, then the logic doesn't hold. Yeah. If you think it's really good against Hojak, then yes, the card is good. I don't think it's good enough. I think it's a decent card. It's a decent sideboard card that has some splash effect against that deck. I don't think it's particularly strong against that strategy though. I've had it out against Hojak decks and easily lost. The second one is the only one that has... I've only ever won against Hojak when I've had 2 of them out. The first one has not been very good. It stopped some of their plays. Like, there was one time I had Graveyard Hate and one of them out. And it slowed them down a lot. But eventually, this game still ended. Yesei? Yeah. White source? Yeah. Like a pro. This is really cool. I think I need a 4th land. What do you think, chat? Think I need a 4th land? We don't need a second white, right? Very often we're going to go like... very often we're going to go Esper into... It's very often like we can't go like Mentor into Path. Or we can't go like double Path in a turn. I think I want my 4th land to be a white source. I'm thinking I don't want this land. I think I want my 4th land to be a white source, and I don't want to go past 4 lands. So I want 2 whites, so I can double Path in a turn. We're discarding this, so I think that becomes irrelevant now. I'll get it in a second. I'm a little low on time. K-Row. And oh, actually, MTG Gold, MTG Bot will get it for you. There you go. That was a tough turn, I think. Yeah, MTG Bot just got it for you. I think I want to keep the land, though. Teferi's so good. Because now I get to get back Jace. Discard Mentor. Unearth. Could also just discard the land and not unearth. I'm behind that. Thinking about making it a 1-1, but it doesn't actually matter in the face of Liliana. Okay. That just gets Jaced. They're probably going to name Human now. Oh no, they still name Monk. We're racing against this Liliana, I guess? You have to bounce this to try to get some more pressure, I think. I think so. They have deputy detention here. I think we navigate into a good spot here. I only have 4.5 minutes, but I don't think that's going to be the relevant part. They get back deputy detention now, which was a problem with going with this line. Well, deputy just gets path, so. Well, they wanted Lily to I wanted them to minus Lily there. I thought that was a positive interaction, actually. Now they get the push that gets rid of the creeping tar pit. If we take the three blows up this, right? We can get back. We can an opt, a surgical. Take all those out. Okay. Then we can plus here. Play another Jace. Pass. I want to ignore you for a bit and watch clock. No, I'm fine. I have 3 minutes in Zamboni Thug. I have plenty of time. I'm able to talk for as much as I want here and not time out. 3 minutes is a lot of time. You guys aren't even talking that much. Ignore you. And also, why would I ignore you ever? How rude would that be? That would be a rude dude thing to say. This is just a grindy matchup. It'll be alright. Alright, now we lose. If they have a discard spell, it's going to be really good for them here. $221. We'll be all right. Still naming Monk, nice. We're at 214. We're okay. Probably should take off the draw step one. Get back to Jace. This is a 5, which is annoying. Push should work, right? Liliana's going to be really annoying. I think I have to loot here next turn. It'll kill this Jace, but then I'll be able to do an unearthed loop. Maybe I'll just take this Jace up. I don't think I have plus might to Fairy that turn. Whoops. They get back up Plague Engineer now? Yeah. That's the problem with not pathing it. Where are my threats? Where are my threats? There's one of them. Yo, thanks so much for the raid, Mercurio. I mean, we're low on time, so I'm going to talk about you and how amazing you are after this game. We're at 112 right now, so we got to play a little bit fast here. Speed! We're at 43 seconds. I think we're going to be able to win here, though. Hey, Bob, how you doing, buddy? How you doing? We are going to time out. Wow. This is much grindier than I thought it was going to be. Ah, come on. GG's, dude. You did say focus on the games, Amboni Thug, but I was focusing on the game. Like, I never actually wasn't not focusing on the game the entire time. Bummer. I think we win that game, though. I think we figured out how to win. Oh, well. It's very, very infrequently that I time out like this and take that much time. I just took more game actions. This mirror, you when you're winning, you take a lot more game actions. Like, I also just never saw a threat. We took out all of the threats of their deck. They literally had 0 creatures left to win with. We took all their Snapcasters, all their Plague Engineers, and all of their Monastery Mentors out of this deck. It's supposed to be meant to beat on Jack. Yeah, exactly, Mercurio. Bummer. Thanks so much for the raid, Mercurio. I hope you had an amazing stream and hope you are enjoying your night. Thanks so much for tuning in. Need more threats, it seems? No, we have a lot of threats. We have Snapcasters, we have Jaces, we have Monastery Mentors. We just literally saw 0 Mentors. Yeah, they're like attrition mirrors, so they take forever. The thing is, hey Botley, how you doing? Twitter link is broken. No, it's not. Oh, my actual tweet is broken. No, it's not. None of it's broken. Panel is broken under the stream. Oh, under the stream. Okay, I'll make sure to check out that. Under my just so I'm understanding, under my Twitch stream, my Twitter panel. I forgot to add my stops back in. Yes, it's my old one. Okay. I hate that. All right. Well, we lose now. Bummer. Hey, J Boogie, how you doing? Nice to see you, buddy. Hopefully they did as well. We're going on hard mode now. Since we took out all our stops and didn't get to play a land our first turn. This is hard mode. I took off all my stops to try to gain some extra time last game, Mercurio, and then you had to re-add them, and I didn't re-add them. So yes. Hollow One is pretty dead. I agree, Karo. Yeah. This deck is really taxing on your decision making. It's actually like really tough. Like today, I was in the mood for a chill deck, but I already said I wanted to play this multiple days in a row. And this deck is really tough to play, like sequencing wise. It just takes a lot of brain effort. J Buggy. I don't know about that. Like, I just played an intense game. I should have probably taken a break for a bit. There's no advantage over it. Yo, thanks for the follow, J Boogie. I appreciate it. I'll make sure to fix the thing at the bottom of my stream. This deck is very good, though, this Esper deck. I feel like the first two matches were very winnable. I just made very large mistakes. And then last match I timed out because I took longer to decide my choices than my opponent. But I was able to find a winning line. Here we skipped a turn. Like, I feel like this deck is very strong. I feel like it's a very difficult deck to play, though. The sequencing is rough. It's similar to Esper, like any like Death Shadow decks. If you've ever played Death Shadow decks before, they have like very, very interesting sequencing where you don't really have any free wins, and you have to eke out all of your wins by long, grindy games. Hey, what's up, Lunchbox? How you doing, buddy? I would not play this deck if I were you, Lunch. I know you were looking into playing it, but would not recommend. You played it and you went 3-2? Nice. Well done. My deck. Unless you, like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just not in the right mindset to play it, but it is tough. I'm having a really hard time playing this deck. I'm really struggling. Like, last match we were down by, like, 9 minutes. It's just been, like, a lot of things added up. Like, the mental toll that simple decisions there are no simple decisions in the deck. They're like, and there's a bunch of like tough choices that then tax your smaller decisions, and then the smaller decisions become more difficult. I haven't particularly been enjoying it. I thought I would enjoy this type of strategy, and I'm not really enjoying it. Yeah, it's a harder version of Phoenix, essentially. It does play a lot like Phoenix, actually. With insane combinations that can really punish your opponent for trying to play fair, easy Magic. But then, like, games become really hard really quickly. That's a great description, and I wouldn't have isolated that. I don't know about that construction ancestral. Good questions. Just the 5-0 deck list, or just an 8-0 deck list from a tournament. I am having a tough time playing the deck list that is currently in front of me, and so because I don't have a full grasp on what I'm playing in front of me, I would not like to change cards before I have a full grasp of what's going on with the combinations. There are insane combinations that you mess up and then you're dead. Yeah, exactly, Lunch. Like I messed up a lot of them. I just don't know when's the right time to do them. Is the biggest thing for me. I usually don't like to change cards in a list, even at all, until I have a full grasp on what that strategy is trying to do, or I know what I'm going to play against in a particular metagame. And Modern's all over the place, so. From your experience, I have 4 matches under me. That's not a, I don't think that's enough sample size to anything. Like, I've barely drawn the Spell Pierce / Paths. Like, I don't have enough data to really give you an answer, unfortunately. I've only played this one single league. So you feel like you took out Surgical a lot? You must play against different things than I did. I kept it in almost every match. Oh. That's easy. That's easy mode, Lunch. Oh, no wonder you 3-2'd. This deck's insane against blue-white. Yeah, okay. Wow, you had easy mode enabled. You're cheating over there. Here I thought you were working for all your wins. You just get an insane matchup. Where they just, like, can't answer all of your threats. And you have little Teferi to pressure them and Narset the pressure. I've lost against the Mirror. I've lost against... Five-color Niv Mizzet, Bring You to Light. And I've lost against... I don't remember what the first one was. It was a long time ago. Five-color Niv... Yeah, the five-color Niv Bring to Light deck is just a ramp deck. They had walkers, and I couldn't beat their walkers. It's frustrating. Well, you know what you're gonna do. I'm dead. I'm just dead. So they bring to light for Niv Mizzet. It doesn't cast Planeswalkers, but they have a decent amount of Planeswalkers in their deck. They have like Teferi, then Narset, and Kaya. They have Hostage Taker. And Manamorphose and stuff. Yeah, Niv Mizzet Reborn is what they search for, yeah. So it's a ramp deck that brings to lights for Niv Mizzet Reborn and then draws cards off of it. Pretty cool. I have to draw a path now. Alright, well, we're in this game. Easy. I said I needed an arrow. I got it. Easy mode. Yeah, that's definitely an issue. play Orzhov's Charm before, I would think. Azori's Charm? Ugh, that's... Yeah, it seems awful. Oh, you just want to... I see what you're saying. I see what you want to use it for. Life gain? You play Blessed Alliance, yeah. That Blessed Alliance would be much better, that slot. Can't see anybody else in my chat? You should probably just refresh Ancestral. Lunchbox, what did you lose to? Ancestral has a question for you, but apparently can't see you. You're hidden. Esper control and burnish things? Oh. You play against 4 control decks? What leagues were you playing? Convinced you're playing in a different league than me. What's up, Opa? There's only one league. Yeah, I know. I want to play something else to clean my palate a little bit. Hey, Veltho. MTG bot will get it for you in a second. It's a remix of Rockstar, I think. Just in general? Have I played the Esper Shadow deck? I have. I found the Esper Shadow deck easier than this deck to play. But I think this deck is better. Why didn't they recast it? I guess we could have bounced that. Forces the same attack. Have I played Hogs Gone Wild? Nah, man. I don't have any intention on playing Hogak. It's not interesting at all to me. There's been some that 5-0'd Ancestral, but the thing is that Chalice on 1 is really good in this current metagame, which then pushes Infect to be pad. And Eldrazi-tron is making a resurgence, so then, like, they have Chalice, and, like, Chalice is really good. So you have to do that. Another tension that is pushing Infect out of the way is, like, all these decks just have millions of removal spells. Like, this deck has, like, 4 paths, 2 paths, 4 pushes, and so, like, you just can't beat that, and it just absolutely nutty. Like, all these decks just have like 7 removal spells in the main, or they have Chalice. So it's the decks are, or you have decks like Hogak, which just kills you too fast before you're actually able to beat down with Infect, or just has a lot of blockers, so the ground is then clogged, right? So it's not that there's the new pump spell is an improvement to Infect, but Infect is in a worse position because of the printing of the other cards, so therefore is snuffed down. All right, summary of this deck for YouTube. I think this deck's great. I had a really tough time playing it. Do they have the unblockable or a flyer, Mercurio? I think the one drop is tough to get through with Mercurio. The summary, I would say, this is easy. The deck is really, I think the deck is really hard to play. I really struggled. I'm not sure that was just because of how I'm feeling today, or like how the deck is itself, or maybe I'm not comfortable with these strategies, or maybe my matchups are poor or something. But I really struggled to play this deck. I could never really find the lines. There were always 5 options, and there were like 2 or 3 that were clear that were like decent, and I didn't know exactly which to take. We timed out the one time in the mirror, which I'm not comfortable with the deck as it is, and then like the mirror, you have to be comfortable with your strategy within a grindy matchup. I would recommend it. I want to play more of it. I think it's a really good deck. But if you're going to play it for a major tournament, I would say practice a lot. You would say 5 options and they all felt bad and good. Yeah, like, you don't really... I'd make like 3 decisions with the deck, and then I would look back and say, wow, that one decision was terrible, the one was fine, and the other one was absolutely the worst decision I could have made. But at the time, it looked almost equal to all other decisions that I could have made. It plays a lot like, if you guys ever played Grixis Death Shadow, kind of plays like that, except your win con's slower. I like it. I just don't know how to learn it better. And that's the big thing that I would say is, if you're going to play it for some tournament or something, practice. Just a lot of practice. It's not a deck you can practice by goldfishing because it's so interactive, so you just need to play a lot of matches and just lose a lot. I don't know. I want to play it again. I'm a little discouraged because the leagues take so long and they're so grindy, but we'll definitely play it again eventually. And maybe a new version or something. But yeah, thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks so much for watching this YouTube video. We're getting smushed here on stream here lately. We had a good streak for a little bit. Thanks so much for tuning in. Really appreciate it. I hope you like the content. Like and subscribe if you like the content and want to see future content. I post most of the old leagues from my live Twitch channel. You can see below in the description. You also can see all the match timestamps there, my Discord, my Twitter, and you can get involved with the Zed Magic community. Thanks so much for tuning in, and hope to see you on the next video.